everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Justice League Gods and Monsters. Now, as you know, Justice League Gods and Monsters is a 2015 animated superhero film that is meant to be the 23rd film in the DC Universe animated original movies, as well as a story being featured as an alternative universe, with an alternative version of the Justice League. Now, the premise of the film is meant to feature Kurt Langstrom as the universe version of Batman, Becca, who is meant to be a new god, as their version of Wonder Woman, and Christopher Kent, who's known as Herman Goerler, as their version of Superman. And of course, we kind of see that, unlike the normal Justice League, these ones don't really have much of a code, and of course do kill down criminals without any remorse. But you can kind of tell that the Justice League do show signs of human behaviour, and do kind of show signs that they do want to change for the better. But of course, we see how unknown sort of threats are killing off scientists one by one that are linked to Project Fairplay. So of course it's up to the Justice League to solve the mystery and clear their names. So I think for the most part the film isn't too bad. Again, I feel like there is a bit of a story with some of the characters. Like we see how the Justice League Gods and Monsters version of Superman does have a heart when it's shown. And given the fact he's meant to be the son of General Zod and Lara, it's kind of implied that some of Lara's DNA brought out most of his kindness. And I think with Kurt Langstrom being Batman really does work. Like, he's not meant to kind of be more in a sort of leathery outfit, but more like a sort of vampire-like creature. And Becca, I would say, isn't too bad, but I feel her arc isn't really fully developed. I feel had they made her Artemis instead, maybe it could work. And I feel for the most part, since this kind of implies this version of the Justice League is still starting out, we aren't probably going to see an Aquaman, a Flash, a Black Canary, or Green Arrow just yet. And I know in Gods and Monsters Chronicles, in this planned second season, there were plans to include their version of Mary Marvel, Green Lantern, and also Commander Steel, which never got off the ground, which kind of implied that this was meant to be more of the extended members to the Justice League. And I would say, most part, when you've got the villain in the film, it's kind of obvious to who the villain is once you figure out who the imposters are linked to. And I think for the most part the villain's goal does kind of work. Like, he does want to kind of believe he's doing the right things and thinks this will make him feel better. And I would also say the film does have that kind of feel to The Boys, like a more sort of darker, edgier story. I think while The Boys is meant to be self-aware, like in the comics, of the superhero community, I feel The Boys in the TV series is more poking fun at trends, other things, and other media. I think Gods and Monsters is mostly giving you a more darker, more edgier version of the DC universe. And I would also say for 76 minutes, they really do try to flush out the characters. They really know how to kind of bring things in. And I know there was even comic books like Gods and Monsters Chronicles that featured origins of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, showing you what happened before or during the events of their stories. And there was even ones for the Justice League, and even explaining their version of Lois Lane's distrust for the Justice League. And I feel for the most part the movie is alright. It's got a simple plot, you automatically know who the villain is, but it's still enjoyable, giving you an alternative take. So I think this movie, once again, deserves a thumbs up. It's still okay, still alright, despite a few little screw-ups. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.